We're hoping to see some spookies on people's lawns starting to manifest. And whenever I walk to the store, I drag you with me so we can pontificate about tabletop role playing. Thankfully, we have been tabletop role playing controversy free for the past couple days, so we can focus on more important things, talking about Halloween. And specifically, we're talking about zombies and the best and worst place to be during a zombie apocalypse. What does this have to do with role playing? I mean, I guess sort of role playing, kind of, not really, but whatever. We tried to do this the other day, but we were mugged by a cat, so we kind of had to stop. So let's see if we can find some spookies on people's lawns and talk about zombies while we wander to the store and get our meds. Yay, meds. All right, so we could all guess the best place to try and survive during a zombie apocalypse. What's the worst place? What's the worst place to... Well, probably the worst place is your car. You know, your... gang fight amongst the ravens. Your four wheels, two doors, four doors if it's a, you know, 4 seats, small trunk, normal those things. Probably the worst place to be during a zombie apocalypse. Unfortunately, for many of us, that might be where we are should a zombie apocalypse breaks out, is the car. Now, the car is probably the worst place to be because limited storage space, limited mobility. The gas is eventually going to run out. It provides you almost no protection. Oh.
No, just move, please. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi, doggy. Jesus Christ. She could have gone around me. Yeah, so car, probably the worst. Second worst place, the mall. Now we know everybody's going to go to Target, the mall, the supermarket to get the supplies. But the mall is just the worst place. First, if a zombie apocalypse breaks out, there's already going to be people in the mall, which is potential zombies. People are going to go to the mall. They're going to have the same idea, which means you're going to have to deal with humans trying to get into the mall or trying to get out of the mall. And while you might think, well, the mall is perfect. It's got food. It's got supplies. It's got multiple levels. I can probably find stuff I need. And maybe it would be. If you got to the mall and there's nobody else in the mall, you could probably survive in the mall for a bit. But those food supplies that you're depending upon are finite. The food court and the restaurants do not have as much food as you think they do. So then you're relying on the junk food that's in the Target or the whatever, assuming that hasn't already been picked clean. Plus, there's just so many ways that the zombies could get in, that you could get trapped. There's so many back corridors and underground and behind the scenes parts of malls that normally, unless you work there, you never see. And that's even more places where things could just go wrong. The mall is just too many potential things going wrong. Too many potential ways for zombies to get in, or you're trapped in with the zombies when it breaks out. So for your tabletop role-playing zombie apocalypse, the mall is probably the second worst place to be. Car is probably the worst place to be, I think. Yeah. Third worst place to be in a zombie apocalypse is probably someplace where there's a lot of people outside, downtown, any place where there's lots of pedestrians. What's the name of the big street where the thousands of people cross in Japan all the time? That's probably a horrible place to be. Any place where there's going to be a lot of people, a crowd, just basically crowds. Any place where there's going to be a crowd is just the worst place to be, especially if it's outside. Well, inside too, but Because while an individual might be smart, people are stupid and people are panicky. And you get a flock of people, and just like any other mass group of animals, the flock of people will become an organism on its own, and they're going to behave in specific, basic ways. There's going to be fighting amongst each other, blah, blah, blah. A crowd of people is probably the worst place to be. Japan, downtown, just any place where there's a lot of crowd, and the virus can have it. No spookies yet. Disappointed. The virus can have a chance to play. So those are probably the 3 worst places. The 4th worst place to be would be adjacent to the mall, the market. 23 people are watching? I doubt it. The market would be another one. Just you would think, oh, the market's perfect. There's going to be food and stuff. But again, that's where everybody else is going to go. Everybody else is going to go to the market. So the market is just another horrible place to go. Don't go to the market when the zombie apocalypse breaks out. And again, while you think these places are going to have a lot of food and a lot of supplies, it's actually, they don't. Everything in the mall, everything at the market is finite. There's only a limited amount. It appears that there isn't, but you have to remember that a lot of that stuff is restocked every night. So if the restock truck can't make it to the mall to restock or the market, then that food that you think is going to be endless isn't endless. You've got maybe, if it's just you, 2-3 people a month before you slowly start working through the stuff that's actually good, and then maybe another month before you slowly work your way through the stuff that's mediocre, and then you're down to the lentil pasta and all the weird shit, and you're like, I guess I could eat spicy octopus in a can. All right, we're gonna go a different way because I don't want to deal with that cat trying to follow us again, because yeah, poor kitty, should just be inside anyways. But yeah, oh, is that, nope, still no spookies. I swear to God, if that cat followed me one more time, I was going to take it home. So supermarket, which means, ergo, probably one of the better places to be is where the trucks come from. That would be a pretty decent place to go, right? All the food that's being delivered to the markets and the malls, well, that's all kept somewhere. All right? So that'd probably be a good place to go for a zombie apocalypse, right? You just, where's the warehouse? Where's that food come from? Well, that's a good idea if you're close by. I think we can get through this way. But those places are usually hard to get to because they're usually located near a train station or a port. All the food comes from someplace, then it's stored someplace, then it's divided by the different trucks. You go to Vaughn's, you go to Savon's, you go to Seth's, you go to the mall, and then they leave. And then those trucks deliver their finite amount of supplies to the store. So yeah, that would be a pretty good place if you could find it. So those are probably the 3 worst places to be during the zombie apocalypse for your player characters if you're thinking of doing a horror scenario. 1, your car. Horrible place to be. I mean, at the beginning, well, it's a great place to be because you have mobility. But really, how long would that survive? Oh, I'm watching Alexander Gracia. Hi. Watching me talk about zombies as we go to the store and look for decorations, but I don't see any decorations yet. So your car would probably start decent if you had fuel, but that fuel's going to run out. And let's face it, those windows, how long are they going to stand up against zombies or worse, angry people? Now we have to come to the mall. You think the mall would be one of the great places to go? No. And the supermarket? No. And just outside in public? No. Now you'll notice one one continuing theme through all these, and it's the one continuing theme through the whole topic of best, worst place to be when a disaster happens, when a zombie apocalypse happens, or any disaster. And that's other people. As we have learned from watching The Walking Dead, and just generally the way people react when there's a disaster, we are our own worst enemy, and other people are horrible. So really the best place to be is someplace where there's not a lot of people, and the people you're around can take care of themselves. Oh, is this going to be closed off? Did we come this way for nothing? And you can trust them, because time and time again we have seen that the reason why all the zombie scenarios fall apart is because your fellow man. And the longer we're in the scenario, the stupider we get. Look at Carl from the last season of The Walking Dead. The guy had survived how long? He'd grown up in the Walking Dead scenario. You would think he'd be the most adept survivor. Nope. He is noped right out just because they didn't want to pay the actor adult wages. And he dies in a stupid way because the humans get dumb. We become dumb during the zombie apocalypse. So being anywhere where there's a lot of people is the greatest threat. Because at least you know what to expect from the disaster. The disaster, free avocados, the disaster follows certain rules. Zombies are going to zombie, fire's going to fire, earthquake's going to earthquake. It's predictable, it's linear. You know what the zombies are going to do. And once you learn the rules of the zombies, you're 40% chance you're doing better. People, on the other hand, strictly, unbelievably chaotic. You have no idea what they're going to do. That's something you have to think about in a disaster. I mean, all these videos I'm going to make are really just basically how to prepare you for a disaster, right? Not how to prepare you for a zombie apocalypse, but really just how to prepare you for what's more going to be likely. Fire, flood, earthquake, tornado, rioting, alien invasion, another pandemic, mass stupidity, mass hysteria, dogs and cats sleeping together. Sadly, we depend upon people for our survival, but we don't want to be around people should things go bad. Because in all these scenarios, it's usually the humans that cause our downfall, not the zombies or the sharks. Oh, we can go through. Okay. Yeah, so there you go. Worst place to be in a zombie apocalypse. Number 1, your car. Number 2, the mall. Number 3, a market. And number 4, any place downtown where there's a lot of people. And we're almost at the store, so we're done. If you have a worse place to survive the zombie apocalypse suggestion, please comment down below. You know, when we take these walks, I don't really have a topic. I just meander. And hopefully you tag along and you appreciate the sights, if nothing else. Till next time, like, share, subscribe, be safe out there, buy my merch. See ya.